Hello and welcome to another Company of Heroes 3 game. My name is Fancy Josh, and today I've got a game between Evilstealer as the British and Calosius as our Africa Corps player. Map today is going to be Toranto Coastline. I'm sure that's not how it's pronounced, but that's what I'm going with. This map is, it's different, and I like it. Taking a quick look here, you can see there's this corridor on the bottom that's got ammunition and fuel. And then you've kind of got your fuel points just going up the side here, the ammunition in the middle. And then sort of this no man's land here in the middle with just the one ammunition point. So it is very difficult to cut your opponent off from fuel, but you're also really far away from the 2 victory points, and this big wide open area in the middle leads to some crazy fights. So we'll see how this game turns out. Both players opening pretty standard. I really like this build by Evilstealer. I think it's one of the strongest British builds there is, which is two engineers into a dingo. Dingoes are really good, and I think they're a little bit underused, at least in the games I've observed. Wow, he's going a little bit too far there, eating the emplacement from his opponent. Nice mine by these engineers on the bottom side. German player posting up on this victory point a little bit. And yeah, German players opened 2 pioneers into Panzer Grenadier and bike. This motorcycle is a really, really good unit. The fact that it can capture territory is simply incredible. Players that keep this alive for a long time can see some pretty substantial benefits over the course of the game. Panzer Grenadiers, unfortunately for themselves, running into this landmine straight away. That's pretty annoying in the early game because you don't have a lot of spare manpower while you're trying to add on a bunch of squads, and losing 2 members of your team significantly inhibits their ability to fight. German player seems content to fight it out. Both players really seem content to fight it out on this bottom side. In fact, another infantry section is here to join the fight. Motorcycle's got to go. I think he was hoping to capture that point, but looks like that may not happen. Yeah, he's going to have to give it up there. So Dingo leveling up to Veteran C1. That's going to be pretty good for our British player. Where is that Dingo? Here we go. What are you doing? You are getting access to 20% rate of fire, and what is your... yeah. So that forward observer ability, calling down artillery on your opponent, is really, really strong. I haven't seen players make good use of this decoy flares yet, but hopefully we'll see that this game. And of course, also having this distribute medical supplies, so he just healed up this pioneer squad on the field. That was kind of cool. I think that's free, isn't it? Yeah, it is free. So, great use of that ability on the Dingo. Engineers duking it out with these Panzer Grenadiers on the bottom side. Both players seem very interested in this field point to start the game. Now, our British player is moving to capture his opponent's high fuel point. Looks like the motorcycle may be responding to that. There's also another Panzer Grenadier squad. Panzer Pioneers up here responding to that. So German with a clear territory advantage here. Nice. Is that a preemptive? Yeah, he preemptively called artillery down on this house. It's going to be pretty devastating to the squad inside. They're going to get out of there. Oh, unlucky hit for him. Picking up another member of that squad. And yeah, nicely done by our British player. Making great use of his munitions early. In fact, he's making such good use of the munitions that I'd love to see him pick up some more munitions points here. Might be going to do that now. He's got his 3rd infantry section on the way up here. Infantry section holding down this center point. More mines from our British player. I love that. yeah, small territory advantage for our German player here. That said, our British player does have an advantage on fuel. Dingo may want to chase down that motorbike, but the Panzer Pioneers come in to save the day. I do believe that's a... Okay, that's an Africa Corps player mine. So that's a lovely placement there. You probably won't see that mine happen for a long time, but when it does go off, it's going to be huge value because it's probably one squad alone by itself on the top side. US player, excuse me, German player going for the Battlefield Espionage battle group. It's not a battle group I see very often. Mine picking up some Panzer Pioneers down here. So, our German player clearly has a strategy in mind here because he's added on this intel disruption beacon, which detects enemies near beacons and removes camouflage. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. Very cool. I have never seen a player use this. It does look like it's camouflaged. So that's going to let him see into the fog of war a little bit, I think. Okay, so it's not a huge radius, but is going to let him see units. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about it. Guess we'll see. Guess we'll see. Dingo going down. Some concentrated fire there. Both players duking it out. And German going to secure this center point. So while all that was happening, though, our British player is securing the top munition points. Looks like the German's going to have something to say about that. Pushing away these grenadiers. That Veteran C1 bike really increasing the combat effectiveness of the units around it. It looks like this German player is going to be able to secure all this territory for himself here. I like this forward medical truck. I mean, it's a high risk, high reward, right? You can reinforce your squads out on the field and even fully heal them, but of course, if very fragile vehicles, so if anybody gets on top of it, that truck's done for. German player adding on a Stuart tank. Light tank that's going to be effective against all this infantry, and just in time, our German player is adding on the Panzerjäger mechanized group here, which gives him a discount on this half-track. He basically pays the cost of the Panzerjäger and then gets the half-track for free. German player did something interesting with this Panzer Pioneer squad. He did the grenade launcher upgrade. That's not an upgrade I see very often, but pretty cool upgrade to see in this game. First players added on flamethrowers to these engineers. The Scott tank picking up the Panzer Grenadiers. That's frustrating. I'm sure that's a bit frustrating for our German player. Having to give up this whole space because of that Stuart. So that's the advantage light vehicles give you, right? They come onto the field early and they provide a significant advantage, and now our German player has to respond to it. Otherwise, that Stuart's going to continue to dominate. But as the game goes on, of course, the Stuart's going to lose value. Stuart pushing in the middle here. I love this cam. So our German players added on the Funkpanzerwagen, which is going to cloak his units, even when they don't normally have cloaking. This infantry squad is right on top of this unit here, but they can't see him. Motorcycle coming in to help out. Don't know if he should push here without anti-tank support. Is he in range for an anti-tank grenade? Oh, he doesn't have anti-tank grenades yet because he hasn't teched up. He's adding on that MG34. Wow, look at the range on that grenade. Holy cow. Cloaked infantry coming in here. Unfortunately, decloaking for the last minute. Infantry section's going to come protect the tank here a little bit. But our German player is going to be able to hold this victory point. Nice hits on the Stuart there. Grenades coming into this infantry section. Bringing up this heavy machine gun. Nice smoke grenade there to unpin his squads. Heavy machine gun repositioning, motorbike coming in to assist, marking this infantry section here. Grenade's going to come out and probably get a good hit. Retreating at the last second, smart decision there. This Funkpanzer is really cool. I mean, it's high utility, providing camouflage to nearby units, can capture sectors, has smoke grenades. It does something else. Yeah, it can plant mines. I wonder how it... Oh yeah, through this, of course. That's pretty cool. I'd love to see him plant some mines with that unit. Stewart pushing in, trying to pick up... Looks like he was trying to pick up the medical truck, but might have missed his first shot. Panzerjäger shoving it away. Where's that grenade happening? Yeah, big grenade up top. These Royal Engineers are going to have to give up position there. British player moving into the middle here, trying to take away... Looks like he wants to take away this victory point, but can't quite get it. German player has added on the incendiary munitions, which basically burns tanks for a percentage of their health over time. Which is a really interesting ability to me. I think it's going to be pretty good in combination with these Panzerjäger. Panzerjäger are visible, aren't they? They're not visible. Stewart pushing away these Panzer Grenadiers, or trying to at least. I like that our German player is just basically chasing the Stewart around the map with this Panzerjäger. That's how you want to use them. You know, they're there. Their one and only job this game is to deal with that Stewart, at least right now. And by chasing them around, that's exactly what he's doing. Grenade on these Panzer Pioneers, going to push them away. German player capturing back his field point up here. Panzerjäger ready for that Stewart there. Does he have to activate this? Oh, it's only anti-tank guns. I see. Okay, cool. You can tell I don't see this ability very often. So our British player has gone for the heavy armor battle group. Let's do a little bit of a deep dive in there. You can pull out his units early for a full refund. I think you get this same exact ability from your motor pool. Yeah, from the company command post, I believe you get that ability. But this lets you do it early. And cheaper engineers. Well, that might be a dead. Just glancing below there. Panzer III for our German player. So the reign of this Stewart tank isn't over, but he's going to have to be a lot more careful with it with this Panzer III on the field. German player calling in a AT gun with his, is it mechanized pack? Let me see, what's it called? Yeah, pack 38 mechanized group, right? So he gets the half track for free. Brings in this anti-tank gun. Remember that anti-tank gun has burning munitions here that'll do damage over time to the tanks. Backing off here a little bit. Oh, he is going to get a shot here, maybe. Nice. Now that thing is burning over time. Even after the smoke grenade goes down. Is that a 5-second burn? Maximum health. So ultimately it does 15% of the target's health over 10 seconds, unless he gets repaired, which is exactly what we saw there. British player has added on an anti-tank gun of his own just in time to deal with that Panzer III. So excellent game sense from both players. Adding on units at just the right time. Okay, let's take a quick look at this heavy armor battle group. Going to give him access to the Churchill Black Prince tanks, as well as just Churchill tanks in general, if he'd like. Also gives him access to this Crusader AA medium tank. Be curious if he wants to add that on or not. Funk Panzer, a little bit in jeopardy here. Unfortunately for our British... wait, who just lost that? Panzer Grenadiers going down. I think our Royal Engineers went down here as well, so I'm not sure what was happening there. Panzer III dominating the top of the field here, getting repaired up. A little push here in the middle. Funk Panzer has to be careful. That AT gun did have vision on it for a second. And now this is a pretty scary Panzer Pioneer squad with they have that flamethrower and that grenade launcher, so those things are a little bit scary. British player in command of 2 victory points right now. Victory point game very even. German player might be looking to push in up here. Yes, he is. I like how spread out our German player is. I mean, it's risky, right? High risk, high reward. But there's nothing up top, and he's just dominating with the with his Panzer III, so that's cool to see. And Crusader 2 medium tank on the field. Thing can go toe-to-toe with the Panzer III, no problem. I would say that the Panzer III has an armor advantage, while the Crusader has a speed advantage. Crusader moving up here. So in my opinion, Crusader tanks do really, really well in numbers. The more you have, the better they do. Because they like to swarm, get on that rear armor, that type of thing. Ooh, nice shot. That was a fortunate shot for our British player there. He destroyed the mine with his shot there. The heavy machine gun just went down to something on the bottom side. It did. And 2 tanks pushing on this Panzer III. Fortunately for our German player, he's got mines to back up into, but it doesn't look like the Crusader's going to run into them. Well, he might. Oh, come on, hit him. Hit the mine. Oh, barely picking that up. That's Stuart hitting the mine on the way out as well. ET gun doesn't quite have vision. Wow. That was a crazy little fight there. While that was happening, motorcycle taking away the fuel point from his opponent. I like that. Getting aggressive. I mean, this is what I was talking about with the... oh, is that another... That is a British mine. Still wouldn't advise parking on top of it, but that's okay. Yeah, I mean, keeping this motorcycle alive the whole game has been really, really good for our German player. Infantry section getting aggressive. Scouting out. German players added on a Stuka, and that is what wiped that heavy machine gun earlier. Love the addition of this Stuka. Looks like our German player has upgraded this half-track to be a mortar carriage. I love how well our German player is using his half-tracks. A lot of times you'll see players get super aggressive with their half-tracks. They'll put a unit inside and then drive it into their opponent's forces. And this Africa Corps player has avoided that. He has been carefully using that unit, keeping it alive, upgrading them, right? I mean, I know we've seen him lose a half-track, but it hasn't like he's been suicidal with them. So, nice steal by our German player, taking away that heavy MG. AT gun getting maybe an attack round on that Funk Panzer. That was a nice shot. German players, or British players, upgraded this infantry section to the recce package, giving him access to that flare, providing vision, giving him the confidence to run in here with his infantry section, throw an AT grenade on that half-track. British player capturing back this territory up top. Where's our bike at? chilling in the middle, getting repaired up. Looks like he's going to go bot side. Crusader coming in. A little bit risky here. Maybe trying to pick up that mortar. AT gun is out of position a little bit. Funkpanzer's going to go down to this. And he might lose the Stuka too. AT gun repositioning. There goes the mortar half-track. AT gun way out of position. Stuka's going to go down here. Panzer III is here to return the favor. He might want to chase down this Stuart. I don't think he's going to get him. And yeah, that was a really nice attack by our British player. He threw a flare out to figure out where everything was. He pushed in with that infantry section to sort of drive away the mortar and the AT gun. And then he capitalized with the Crusader. So that was a really nice tactical play. German player trying to get active with his Panzer III. Could barely live here. AT gun firing on this Stuart. I think that might be a dead Stuart to the burn, because he's not going to repair it in time. I want to see it die. Can it go down to fire? It can, right? Surely. Got 1 health. And it didn't die to the fire. That's crazy. Okay. It feels like it can't die to fire, but who knows? Both players hurting pretty bad to use a self-repair there? No. Maybe? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the fire should have killed it, but it didn't, and I'm not sure why. In any case, Motorbike coming up here to deal with these Royal Engineers. Gonna capture back his point. British player adding on a foot guard section, effective against tanks and infantry. I freaking love this unit in the late game. And this has been a bloodbath back and forth. Both players have lost expensive units. And it shows. I mean, both players sort of feeling like they're on the back foot, just capturing territory, not actually fighting it out. This Stuart has been MVP for our British player, though. Keeping the... it's really been keeping him in this game. Panzerjäger coming up to get involved on this Stuart. Assault Grenadiers dealing with this infantry section. Push is happening all across the map, trading territory back and forth. Smoke grenade from those Assault Grenadiers covering their approach. And the infantry section in Stuart look like they're going to give it up a little bit. Panzer III joining the fray. That Stuart is one bold tank. Love to see him give his front armor there. There he goes. Stuart's going to back off here. Infantry section's got to follow close behind. AT gun moving in to get involved. Crusader, another Crusader 2 here. Here to shove away that Panzer III. And now the Panzer III is probably in danger, because our US player has a tank numbers advantage. The AT gun is visible to his opponent, so might be a dead Panzer III. Big push coming in. Losing the Funkpanzer. And Stuart III fighting it out. Missed by the AT gun. Picking up the Crusader III. Panzer III. Wow. That was really, really good for our British player. Both players still very even.
The Black Prince has been made available to serve.
And our British player just teched up to the Black Prince. Churchill, he is a few minutes away from getting that. About 4 minutes away. 3 to 4 minutes away from getting that out on the field. Another Panzer III from our German player. And yeah, I think that if our German player is falling into the trap of light vehicles. Well, it's not a trap. He is choosing to stay on medium and light vehicles, right? And I call it a trap because once you, if you keep investing in them, you're never going to get anything bigger. And if your opponent can hold you there and get up to medium, big vehicles himself, then it can be pretty rough for the, for you to catch up. So I think that might be what we see this game. I'd love to see our British player go for a Churchill here. See if he makes it. disruption operation, reducing the accuracy and vision of all units inside of this area here. And it looks like it can reduce their accuracy and vision by 80%. That's totally bonkers. So what a cool ability here. Tanks moving up on the top. Oh, that's a cool sound effect. Maybe not something I'd want to listen to all day, but I love that it has a sound effect. I'm a player chasing these tanks around. These tanks look like they're wanting to get something done. Not sure what they had in mind. This is going to be a huge flank. Making that AT gun reposition. Panzer III, gun facing the wrong way. And AT, nice shot by the AT gun. That's burning. That's a dead Crusader. Nice job. Might even be able to pick up the Stuart. Can you get another shot with the AT here? Yes, good connection. Panzer III chasing. This tank is burning, remember. One more shot ought to do it. I just needs to back up. Burn wore off. Bounce off the front there. That was very aggressive. Could have gone either way there. German barely coming out on top. Look at this motorbike still being involved here. This might be the end, though. Unless he sees it. Wow. That 3 motorbike finally going down. And German player is currently controlling only 1 victory point. But he did manage to wipe another Crusader too, and it does look like our British player is going to save up for that Churchill. So our German player probably doesn't know it yet, but he does need another AT gun. Or just more anti-tank in general. The reason I say AT gun is the armor from that Churchill is pretty substantial. But its weakness is it's very slow, right? So AT guns do well. They can match the movements of that Churchill. AT gun or heavy machine gun probably going down here. Maybe not. AT gun setting up. Panzerjäger in the right position here. Oh, missed by the Panzer III is pretty devastating. Can he get another hit? No, he can't. I think that Stuart's barely going to live. Man, if that Panzer III had connected there, that would have been a dead Stuart. Foot guards getting aggressive here. Panzer IV from our German player. I really like that ad. Got a higher caliber gun. More effective against armor, and he's gonna need that because the Churchill is now on the field. Panzer IV trying to get aggressive, maybe a little too aggressive. There's actually a second foot guard here, being annoying, but nice use of this disruption operation. That's a pretty cheap ability, only 75 munitions. He can cast one every 3 minutes, and it totally saved his Panzer III there. Now, as we know, our British player likes to be really, really aggressive, so repairing these tanks on the front line like that might be a little scary. Black Prince moving in here. This thing is a beast. Doing tons of damage to those infantry. Oh, wow. Totally nuking this. Can you get a shot off before he goes down? Bouncing off that front armor, that's going to be real scary. Nice side armor hits by these rifles. Heavy machine gun going down to the Black Prince. Getting a burning shot from the AT gun there. And those burning shots are devastating because they are a lot of damage on a high health unit like that. Percentage-based damage working to our German player's advantage. Keeping both tanks alive here. Infantry section locking down this top side, so it's a slow bleed for our German here. But he does have lots of assault grenadiers. Now these things are low veterancy, but they are effective against infantry, so you know, these infantry sections sitting way back is great. He is going to capture this point. Wouldn't mind him sending this to capture the other victory point. Stuart's coming in to push away the infantry. And they're supported by these foot guards to protect himself against the medium armor of our British player. I think our German player's learned his lesson a little bit. Playing a little bit further back with his units. Heavy machine gun sitting in camouflage here. I wonder what was giving him that camouflage. Camouflages infantry. Oh, that's huge. That's so cool. Well, I don't even know what was... Panzer Grenadiers. Yeah, I don't know. He's got a transfer depot here giving him extra income from that munitions point. Panzer III on the top side pushing away that unit. British player moving in with the Churchill, supported by his Stuart and most of his infantry. AT gun moving up. Got a shot, didn't penetrate there. Might have another shot. Good penetration, that's going to burn that health again. I love that. I'd like to see this Panzer III kind of scoot up just a little bit, maybe on this side here. Panzer III is doing that. Panzer IV is moving in on the side there. I like that. Flamethrowers coming in. Panzer IV working against those infantry there. Panzer III had to move back. Disruption operation on the middle here. Reducing the accuracy of all these units and their vision. Love to see him move up this AT gun. Panzer IV waiting in the wings there. And nice pushback by our German. This is really cool. This game has been really fun to watch. It's just such a unique strategy from both players, really. I mean, German player making use of every single ability from his battle group there. I think he has another one he hasn't unlocked yet. Guess he doesn't care, because I've got the abilities I want to use already. Squad's trying to push into this disruption ability. This thing lasts a long time. Lasts for 60 seconds. And then he can cast it every 2 minutes right now with his current income. So he only has 1 minute of downtime. Oh, I guess he has 2 minutes of downtime because that's how long the ability takes to cool down there. Panzer III doing work against that Stuart. AT gun a little bit far forward, but he does have the support of this heavy machine gun. Bouncing off the Churchill there. Still bouncing. That side armor is incredible. How much armor are we talking about? 440 front armor? Jeez. This tank has more side armor than these Panzer IIIs and Panzer IVs do front armor. Yeah. That Churchill has insanely high armor. Panzer III getting aggressive on this infantry section. It looks like our German player is going to be able to take all 3 victory points for a short period here. Nicely done by him. Stuart. It's amazing how the Stuart can go toe-to-toe with that Panzer III for short periods of time. This Stuart has been... I said he was MVP earlier in the game. He continues to be MVP, and gosh, I feel like this thing should have died long ago. So Panzer IV coming up, maybe looking for this Stuart. Good hit there. Stuart is going to have to back off. And our German player doesn't know it, but he doesn't want to follow because of that mine there. Panzer Grenadiers taking all the points up top here. Actually, our German player is taking territory across the entire map. AT gun getting side hits on this Churchill. Big push by our British player up there. Churchill backing off. Panzer IV fighting off this anti-tank infantry. Panzer Grenadiers gotta go. Stuart coming back to get involved, bouncing off the armor of that Panzer IV. Did get a side hit connection there. Big fight breaking out here in the middle. His team weapons holding down the front line. AT gun bouncing off that Churchill some more. Ah, so many bounces, dude. Heavy machine gun getting flanked. Panzer's moving in. Casting a disruption on this guy. That's going to be huge. Can't quite get behind the Churchill. He might reman the AT gun there. If he remans the AT gun, I think he can take down this Churchill. And Stuart coming in to finish off this Panzer IV. Churchill barely making it out of there with that smoke ability. Stuart taking shots from the AT gun now. Panzer IV changing its focus. Nice attack ground through the smoke there by the Churchill, taking out the Panzer IV. Stuart finally going down. AT gun moving up. Looks like he wants to chase down this Churchill. He does see it. He's going to have an attack ground here. Nice picking up the Churchill. Really, really nice. Bishop, self-propelled artillery on the field. Going to have to back off here. Wow, both players. I mean, again, dude, both players trading armies with each other and coming out even. It's just, it's so cool to see. Another Panzer IV on the field, instantly replacing the old one. Both players have managed to keep their infantry alive here, so it's going to be okay. I mean, like I said, both players coming out even. You know, there was a huge fight there. They traded heavy body blows, but yeah, man, this map leads to fights like this. This map consistently has late game fights that are absolute slugfests for both players. And I think a lot of it has to do with this open no man's land here. And the fact that it's kind of hard to get up on this top side. So, big push by both sides here. Assault Grenadiers tanking 3 different squads here. Panzer IV having to back off the top side there. I think he got in a fight with some AT squads up there. Where is this intel disruption beacon? Like, what is debuffing this squad? Is it this thing? I don't know. Oh, this thing can be a forward retreat point? That's so freaking cool. Man, I really need to give this battlefield espionage a try. Because it has some really freaking cool abilities in it. And I never use them. So, I don't know what is giving these units stealth. I can't tell. I can't figure it out. It's driving me nuts. Like, it feels like there's an intel disruption beacon around here somewhere. I don't know. Panzer IV facing off the Crusader, so the Panzer IV definitely has an advantage against the Crusader with that increased armor and better armor penetration of its own, so Panzer IV can definitely deal with that Crusader too. Bishop artillery unit firing into these units here. I think that's a good add-on from a control this point perspective, but from a anti-tank perspective, this Bishop is got to be really, really careful. Crusader tank getting repaired up. Our British player's done a nice job controlling the top side here, while our German's been pushing on the bottom. Wouldn't mind seeing this Panzer IV go up here and push away this infantry. Looks like he's backing way, way up. Our player is controlling this bottom side, trying to push back his opponent. Keep his opponent in his base a little bit. Good hit by the AT gun. Panzer IV pushing away the veteran infantry there. Big hits on that Crusader tank. Gonna have to get repaired up by those Royal Engineers. Panzer IV chasing. That's a little risky. If he finds it, it'd be huge, but not gonna find it. And now this tank is in jeopardy here. Attacking ground there. Trying to hit those units through the fog of war. Heavy machine gun in position, but I think that's a dead Panzer IV. Oh, wow, what a barrage by the bishop there, picking up the AT gun. And that was a pretty devastating loss for our German player. He was getting a bit aggressive there. Heavy machine gun setting up here. Might see some grenades from this squad hero, except he has no munitions. German player is pushing in here on both the top side and the bottom side. Just a little bit.
Victory point lost. The enemy has control.
This is going to be a surprise attack from these grenadiers. I think that's going to work out for him because there's this disruption zone that's been hitting everybody here. Grenades shoving everybody back. And focusing down this foot guards. British player standing his ground, does not want to give up any more victory points. Heavy machine guns setting up in the background there. Pioneers pushing forward. Nice barrage by the bishop, making that heavy machine gun move away. Good choice by our German player to pick up his AT gun again. And it looks like the German player is going to have to give up the top there because there's a second Crusader tank on the field. The German has a ton of manpower and fuel here. I wonder what he wants to do with it. Is he going to call in a Tiger? Yes, he is. Okay. I mean, this is a cool decision. It's greedy isn't the right word. I would say it's risky, right? I mean, he is very close to death here, so basically this King Tiger has to work. That was a glancing blow on that Crusader there. That was a direct hit. Look how much damage this thing does. He's going to pick it up maybe if he gets another connection. Another glancing blow, AT gun, getting that hit. Now this thing might burn out. Okay, that burn does not kill. It's not lethal. It can just burn them down to 1 health. That's cool, I didn't know that. German player is going to secure this bottom point. Infantry section taking back the top. Does our German player have any units to go up there? He does have some. Barraging the middle with the bishop, preventing these pioneers from capturing. Just running in circles, hoping not to get hit. And is going to capture this point here. And then probably repair up his Tiger. Nicely done. Your section taking away this top point here. Wouldn't mind seeing our German player just adding on a heavy machine gun and just sticking it in the house up here. But I say that, and our British player has been willing to commit a large number of infantry up here. He's doing now. German player's going to have enough money for another Panzer III here. I think that would be a good add-on. Or just any sort of anti-infantry. I don't know what he needs. This game has gone on so long, I don't know what they need. Those foot guards have been really, really good for a British player. Crusader tank chasing this out-of-position Tiger tank away. Barrage coming in, dealing with these weapons teams, but there is a veteran infantry to push away these foot guards here. Crusader helping out. German player desperately needs to capture another 2 points here. King Tiger coming in, getting another glancing blow. Nice pickup by the AT gun there. And yeah, I think this Tiger, I don't know. Don't know what he needs. Wait, is this Crusader 3? That was a Crusader 2. Where's that Crusader 3 coming from? What the heck? What? Am I tripping? So there's Crusader 2s and Crusader 3s. Oh man, I'm gonna look like an idiot in this video. I have no idea. I'm going to look that up after this game. Tiger probably going to go down here. And that's going to be the end of the game. Man, I got so distracted by this Crusader 3, I missed the death of this Tiger tank, guys. I'm sorry to miss that. And yeah, our German player is going to surrender. Wow. What a game. Both players dealing huge damage to each other. And just trading blow for blow all game long. You know what I think? I think that Bishop won our British player of the game because all of a sudden he had an answer for those weapon teams, right? And that really just let him push into that bottom middle point a lot easier. Let our top player let him use his infantry on the top side. And yeah, I mean, that was just a phenomenal game. Well played to both players. I hope you guys enjoyed this game as much as I did, and I will see you in the next video.